So, do you know, in 1997, IBM's first chess playing computer, Deep Blue, it defeated the world chess champion Gary Kasparov in a six-game match. So after the match, when the reporters went up to Gary and asked him, how did he feel about it? He said, I'm not a machine, I'm a human. And when I play against the computer, I feel like I'm playing against the entire universe. Well, this anecdote is an example of potential impact of the artificial intelligence in our human lives. A very good evening to one and all, and a very warm welcome to Ms. Sindha ma'am. I, Sanskriti Singh, first year graduate scholar, welcome you all to my talk titled Artificial Intelligence, the New Common. In this talk today, we'll together try to find and dive deep into the topic of artificial intelligence. So let's get started. The very famous computer scientist and mathematician Claude Shannon, who is also known as the father of information theory, said, I visualize a time when we will be to robots what dogs are to humans, and I'm rooting for the machines. Well, whenever we come across quotes like this, there's only one question that comes into our mind, which is artificial intelligence really a threat to the human existence? Will there come a time when the artificial intelligence will take over the world and we will become the slaves to it? Well, this is what we're going to find out in today's talk. The objectives of my today's talk are, firstly, to understand what is artificial intelligence, then to go into its history and see from where it appeared, and the appearance of artificial intelligence in popular culture. Thereafter, we'll try to burst certain myths and misconceptions regarding to artificial intelligence, and we'll try to understand the streams of AI. After that, we'll see the advantages and disadvantages of AI. On this way, we'll try to find out a way forward with AI and try to see the importance of artificial intelligence in India. While trying to answer all the above questions, we'll try to tackle the most important question of the talk, which is, can artificial intelligence really take over the world? So before that, let us understand where the word artificial intelligence came from. Well, the word artificial intelligence was coined by John McCarthy in the year 1955. John McCarthy defined artificial intelligence as a science of engineering of making intelligent machines. He further said that artificial intelligence is a technique of getting machines to do the work which can be typically to do the work and behave like humans. So basically, to sum it in a nutshell, it means that artificial intelligence is a broad field of computer science and engineering that involves developing algorithms and computer programs that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. So there must be a question in your mind that is artificial intelligence a modern term? Was it only introduced in modern times? Well, to answer it, let us understand the history of AI. Well, the mention of AI can be seen in various mythological literatures across the world. For example, in the Indian mythology, the Yoga Vasishtha, that is a discourse of sage Vasishtha to the Prince Rama, is said to be one of the examples of AI in mythology. Sage Valmiki ji is considered to be the author of it. It is said to have 6 parts, in which one of the part is considered to be an application of artificial intelligence, that is human emotions, etc. Also, there's a mention of a creature called Sambhasura, who is a robot from the Indian mythology. It is said that this Asura had the power to raise himself in the sky and fight from the outer space. Sambhasura is said to be created 3 robots using his technology named Dama, Vyama, and Kata. Well, not only in the Indian mythology, but even in the Western mythology, that is the Greek mythology, we find the mentions of artificial intelligence. It is said that the Greek myths of Hephaestus and Daedalus incorporated the ideas of intelligent robots. Basically, they used these robots to fight against the enemy battles. It is said that these automation beings, such as Talos, could protect their city Crete from the invaders. Not only this, the ancient Greek also spoke about the idea of biotechnique, which is basically the biological phenomena by which aging can be altered by the use of technology. When we go into the fiction, we see the example of Snow Crash, a book written by Neil Stephenson and published in the year 1992. The book features the story of memorable characters and incentives of technology such as metaverse, virtual reality network, and allows people to interact with each other in the digital world. Basically, it's one of the description of artificial intelligence found in the modern fiction. Now let us dive and understand the common misconceptions related to artificial intelligence. Well, whenever we come across the word artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning, we often get confused. This is due to the common applications of these terms. However, there is a stark difference between the three terms: artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. Artificial intelligence is basically the umbrella term, which means the science of getting machines to mimic the behavior of humans. Machine learning, however, is a subset of artificial intelligence, which is the decision making form of artificial intelligence. And deep learning, it is the further subset of machine learning and artificial intelligence, which deals with the concept of neural network, which helps the AI to solve various complex and difficult problems. So this means that all three of them, artificial intelligence, deep learning, and machine learning, are very closely interconnected to each other. And machine learning and deep learning are the fields which aids artificial intelligence to develop a set of algorithms and neural networks to drive the data problems and solve them. Now let us understand the field of artificial intelligence. There are basically broadly two fields of artificial intelligence known as narrow AI and generalized AI. Narrow AI is also known as weak AI, while generalized AI is also known as strong AI. So narrow AI or weak AI, it involves only the application phases of the artificial intelligence. Basically, it's just the AI which applies the artificial intelligence. The example of it can be the face verification features of our phone or the autopilot features of our cars. Generalized intelligence, however, is also known as strong AI. It is the process in which involves the machines that possesses the ability to perform any intellectual task that a human being can. So basically, general AI is at par with human to perform the human task. Some of the examples of general AI can be the social humanoid robot Sophia, which is built at Hanson Robotics, or the latestly launched ChatGPT. However, there's another field of artificial intelligence which is well beyond the narrow and general AI, which is superintelligence. Superintelligence or artificial superintelligence is a term which refers to the capability it refers to the time when the capabilities of computers will surpass that of humans. This is the AI which we see in the movies. This is the description of AI, which is not only seen to be at par with humans, but also many-fold times better than humans. The description of this AI is seen to be in various movies and popular culture, like Jarvis in Avengers and Terminator series. So to sum it up, we can say that narrow AI is basically the learning part of artificial intelligence, which specializes and solves one problem. However, generalized AI is the intelligence part of artificial intelligence. It refers to the computer that is smart as human. And super AI, it is an intellect that is much smarter than human capability in every way. It is the consciousness part of the AI. Now let us see the advantages of artificial intelligence. Well, from spotting an 8-planet solar system, which could be 2,500 light years ago, or composing sonnets and poems, we have all seen the uses of and advantages of artificial intelligence. But at times, we feel that the advantages of artificial intelligence are just big and big and manifold better than us. However, AI has found its way to our daily lives as well. Every day we use the apps like Netflix, Facebook, Google, YouTube. This is the example of the AI in our daily lives. AI has found its way in almost all the fields, be it healthcare, business analytics, marketing, or robotics. We can see the examples of artificial intelligence in all the fields in our life. To give you some examples, we have the example of JP Morgan. The example of JP Morgan shows the use of AI in the business field. So basically, JP Morgan's Chase Contract Intelligence, which is COIN program, it is an artificially intelligent robot or a software machine which facilitates machine learning and image recognition to analyze the legal documents. So what it does is it reviews the documents which is supposed to be previously reviewed by manual work. So it is found that the machine has till now reviewed more than 12,000 manual papers, which could ideally take 36,000 hours if it would be done by a human. Another example of the use of AI in the field of healthcare could be IBM's Watson. So IBM's Watson is an AI technology which is developed by IBM to diagnose various clinical and non-clinical diseases very effectively. Another example of artificial intelligence in healthcare could be Google's eye doctor. So Google's eye doctor is a software developed to do retina scans and identify a condition called diabetic retinopathy. Diabetic retinopathy is a condition which leads to the causes of blindness in humans. So AI is used to identify that. If we see in the field of social media, Facebook is one of the examples which uses machine learning and deep learning to direct facial features to tag friends and improve your influence. Twitter also uses AI to identify hate speech and terrorist language in the tweet. In fact, it was also found that the company discovered and banned more than 3 lakh terrorist link accounts. And it was found that 95% of which was found by non-human or artificially intelligent machines. Also, one of the examples of AI in social media is the predictive searches which we use in our day-to-day life. It uses and collects data such as location, age, and other personal data to give us best search results. Also, another example of it could be the Google Assistant or the Google Duplex, which not only respond to calls and book appointments for us, but also adds the human touch. The example of artificial intelligence can also be seen in the field of automation. Well, Tesla, which is one of the examples of AI in the field of automation, is one of the examples of it. In fact, Elon Musk has said that Tesla will have fully self-driving cars by the end of the year, and that it can not only carry passengers, but also it can be ready to work on its own. Now let us move on to the disadvantages of artificial intelligence. Well, to see certain disadvantages of artificial intelligence, we have majorly classified them into the 5 categories. First is high production costs. Well, it is said that the artificial intelligence or the technology which is used to develop artificial intelligence cannot be afforded by all the countries of the world. It is said that only the first world countries could afford the artificial intelligence, and third world and this fifth world country have still stayed out of it. The second disadvantage of artificial intelligence is the lack of emotional touch. Well, there have been many cases in the recent times where we have seen artificial intelligence not behaving well with the humans. Third could be seen as non-improvement. Artificial intelligence is seen to be the ultimate form of knowledge, and hence it is also found that it lacks the capability to improve itself. The fourth one is the lack of ethical and moral code of conducts. Various countries across the world are working on to make regulation and rules in order to curb the issue of artificial intelligence and its ethical values. And the last and the most important one is the lack of employment opportunities. It is said that artificial intelligence is highly probable to take our jobs. So, to understand this topic, let us understand the value of artificial intelligence in the corporate world. Well, Ray Kurzweil, one of the computer scientists, said that by 2045, we will reach the point of singularity with the artificial intelligence, which means that artificial intelligence will be able to perform almost all the work which we do equal to us. Also, Elon Musk said that by the very same time, we will become partly cyborgs. That is, not only externally but internally as well. Our minds will be forced to use the artificially intelligence softwares. So, to understand it, based on the graph released by Forbes in 2019, we can understand that the annual venture capitalist investment in the AI startups has increased, especially after 2010. And also, the startups themselves who develop the AI systems have considerably increased in a very steep way after the year 2010. It was also seen that the jobs who require the artificial intelligence skills have increased after the year 2016 onwards, which they have been increasing after the year 2013, but have seen a very steep increase after the year 2015 and 16. So what does it mean? Does it mean that we need to pack our bags and leave our jobs for the artificial intelligence? Well, not really, because another data by the Forbes 2019 shows that the topmost skills which are required these days in the job market are machine learning, deep learning, NLP, computer vision, and speech recognition, which can be easily learned by us. So this brings us to the topic of artificial intelligence literacy, which is AI literacy. So what is AI literacy? AI literacy is basically upskilling ourselves and increasing our knowledge base in the fields of expert system, deep learning, machine learning, and neural language processing, which will help us to understand and manipulate data to solve AI problems in a very better way. And the major goal of it is to include workers and non-workers and increase their engagement in the field of corporate world. However, there are areas we need to look after to ensure the smooth functioning of AI literacy. One of them is work organization. It is seen that the company's architecture, work mobility, and its ability to transform jobs and position and the speed of work and data volume are one of the key factors which ensure the work organization. One of the ways to deal with this is to ensure new corporate governance and regulations. So basically, the countries and the various countries across the world need to put up new laws to curb this issue. The second one is algorithm decision making. We need to develop algorithm decision making in the field of executability and to ensure its accountability so that the code and data matter is scrutinized beyond the code and all the biased and blurred processes are to be eliminated. This is one of the ways to contest clear and important decisions in the field of organizations. Another important factor related to it is risk and loss. It is in the recent years we have been seeing an increase in the cases of computer errors, cyber crimes caused by the super intelligence system. This was also found due to the autonomy and control which the AI has over us. So therefore, we need to have stronger worker participation and literate them to inform against the potential risk of the artificial intelligence. Another important factor related to it is the ethics and laws. It is very important to ensure the liability, traceability, responsibility, and universal ethical framework related to artificial intelligence. This can be done by forming important laws and frameworks which should be followed by each and every corporate company and also otherwise. Now let us see the role of artificial intelligence in India. Well, India is one of the countries which is developing artificial intelligence very rapidly. In fact, by the hiring index of 2019, it was found that India ranked 5th among all the top world AI private investment, which included the fields of autonomous driving, drugs, cancer studies, facial recognition, digital content, identity authentication, semiconduction, etc. And it was also recently found that India's AI penetration factor has reached at an amazing rate of 3.09, which is highest among all the G20 and OECD nations. And also, India has ranked 5th among the top countries for total revenue of venture capitalists which invested into the AI startups and having a total share of an amazing 9.9%. So this is a positive news for the AI to rule this is a positive news for the country India to rule the artificial intelligence in the next decade. So now coming on to the end of the talk, I want to end the talk with a quote by Fifi Lee, which is artificial intelligence is not a replacement for human intelligence, but a supplement that can improve our lives in countless different ways. This quote highlights the potential benefit of artificial intelligence in our human lives. It says that while there are concerns about the impact of artificial intelligence on jobs and society, it is also important to remember that artificial intelligence, in fact, can act as a good way to enhance the capability and improve our lives in various ways. So this brings us to the key takeaway which we take away from this talk, and that is collaborative intelligence. Collaborative intelligence is a point where the humans and AI work together field and field so that we ensure the maximum possible potential which can help to increase our lives both socially, morally, ethically, and individually. So I thank you all for your patient hearing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Sanskriti. It was absolutely a great session, and congratulations for your talk. This is like a kind of the most discussing topic of today's era, and we are really heading very fast towards it. So thank you so much for your talk. We have some questions from our audience, so let's take them one by one. The first question is from Mr. Shivanshu, and he's asking in February 2023, Ministry of Electronics and IT started Digital India Bhasini. What is the role of artificial intelligence in this program? Should I repeat the question, Ms. Sanskrit? You are mute.
Can you please repeat the question?
Okay. He's asking in February 2023, Ministry of Electronics and IT started Digital India named Bhasini. So, what is basically the role of artificial technology in this program?
I'd like to answer this question in 3 points. Firstly, the awareness part. Artificial intelligence can be used to spread the awareness about this program. Like we could use various social media platforms by the use of AI to spread the awareness of it. Second, the organization and working part of it. We could use the softwares of AI to make the organization and the working of this program top notch. And thirdly, the review part of it, artificial intelligence. We have seen that in the recent year we have developed the technologies which could even review such kind of systems, so it could help in the outreach of this program.
Okay. The next question by Ms. Shubhi Singh, and she's asking what ethical considerations should we keep in mind when using artificial intelligence to make decisions that could affect people's lives, such as hiring, lending, or criminal justice?
When it comes to using artificial intelligence to make an impact on people life, there are several ethical considerations which we need to keep in mind. One of the most important one is to ensure that the algorithms used in decision making are free from bias and discrimination, and this requires careful attention to the data. Another important ethical consideration is transparency. People should have a clear understanding of how AI is being used to make decisions that affect them. And finally, there's an issue of accountability. If something goes wrong with the AI system, who is responsible? So we need to ensure that there are clear lines of accountability for the decisions made by the AI systems. So overall, basically incorporating ethical consideration into the development and deployment of AI is essential for realizing the full potential of it.
Okay. Now the next question is from Mr. Vishal Singh, and he's asking, how can we ensure that the benefits of artificial intelligence are shared across all sectors of society, including those that may be traditionally marginalized or excluded?
Okay, so one way to ensure that the benefits of AI are shared across all sectors of society is to focus on building more diverse and inclusive teams of AI development. This includes promoting diversity in terms of gender, race, ethnicity, and other dimensions of identity, as well as including perspectives from different sectors and community in the design and implementation of AI systems. In addition to it, education and training programs can be established to ensure that the workers from all the backgrounds have the skills and knowledge needed to participate in the AI-driven economy. This can include initiatives aimed at reskilling, upskilling the workers in the industry that are most likely to be affected by the automation. And another key strategy could be to create more opportunities for collaboration between different sectors and stakeholders, including the government, civil society, private sector. This could help to ensure that the benefits of AI are distributed and more broadly, and that the technology could penetrate each and every strata of the society.
Okay, nicely answered. Now the next question is, what are some common misunderstandings about artificial intelligence?
Okay, so the first common misunderstanding is that the artificial intelligence takes away our jobs. It's very common. So basically, what I feel is the artificial intelligence. It does not take away a job. It merely it just transforms the way of the job. For example, to give you the example of industrialization. When the industrialization came, it didn't kill the jobs, it just transformed the way of the jobs. So basically then the people needed to upskill themselves in order to get those jobs. So similarly, in this field of artificial intelligence, we need not have to worry about the job displacement. It is a misconception. We just have to upskill ourselves so that we could be able to get those jobs. It is one. Second is that artificial intelligence is a dangerous thing. So to answer this one is that artificial intelligence, which we have currently, it's in the very initial stages of development. It has not yet developed that level of emotional intelligence or cognitive intelligence in which it could, take away our or pose a threat to our civilization. So I feel these are the two very common misconceptions.
Okay, the last question is, what is deep learning and how does it relate to artificial intelligence?
Okay, so deep learning uses the neuro patterns. Deep learning is also an extended form of neuroplasticity. So what it does, it takes and uses the data from the neural network which we have, and it incorporates into the artificial intelligence. It is still in a very initial stages of development. So basically, deep learning could further, if we see the extended application of deep learning, then it could be to make the humans who are more cognitively and creatively inclined like humans. So deep learning is used in that way, so that in the future, the machines which we will develop in the future, they will be more creative and more cognitive and have more emotional intelligence.